Good morning. How are you, everybody? So listen, I got an idea for you. This came from a conversation that I was having with a customer this past week, and I thought it'd make a very good sales tip. You've heard me talk in the past about profit pillars. Profit pillars are, think of these as revenue activities, revenue sources. And my old marketing manager said to me, you can only have 4 or 5 revenue sources. That is projects. This is how we were grouping things. For me, it would be like writing my printing impressions column, or public speaking, or sales challenge, or sales blitz, or online training. I could only have 4 or 5 of them. What was happening was I was out of control. I would come up with an idea like I normally do and say, "Ooh, that's really good. I think I'll go chase that." And then I would have 5. And then something else would come up and I thought, "Wow, I have a great idea for a lead generation service." And then there would be 6. And then there'd be something else. And then I think, wow, you know what? Maybe I should write a book. And now there's 8 and 9 and 10. So she said, calm down. She said, you can only have 4 or 5. You want to write a book? Awesome. You want to start a lead generation service? Great. But you've got to take something off your plate. Those are profit pillars. You get 4, maybe 5. And it was really hard, but she got me focused. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm thinking to myself, okay, most customers that I've got, they're trying to drive new business, so they've got ongoing activity. The second thing is they're trying to get more from existing customers, so that might be a second profit pillar. Maybe there's big fish. You're going after some large accounts. That would be a profit pillar. Well, here's your 4th. Once a quarter, find a vertical market and focus on that market. Banks, colleges, hospitals, nonprofits, restaurants, retail, real estate, property management, whatever. But come up with a list specific to that vertical. Come up with a process and then spend that 90-day time period just learning that vertical. I mentioned this lead generation idea in this example. Well, I've created one. And the more I get into these verticals, the more I realize the value of just becoming an expert in things like banks and colleges, and I'll give you more on that service later. We're doing beta tests on it right now with some volunteer customers, and things are going very well, but I'm not ready to roll it out yet. But still, the research that I've done on each vertical has really been amazing. So if you can immerse yourself in a vertical and really learn their challenges, you take those issues, you take those solutions from one vertical to the next, to the next, to the next, and every sales call gets easier. So the first thing that you need to do then is you need to choose a vertical market. Okay? Like I said, banks, colleges, hospitals, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you have in the area. The second thing is you want to come up with a prospecting process. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Figure out how you're going to keep track of your selling activity next. What kind of CRM are you going to use? Then determine how many calls you're going to make, how many you're going to commit to on a regular basis, every day, day after day, and how you're going to keep track of that. And then go, let it go. Put your head down. If you're going to send out a letter, do that first, then send out more letters next week to another group and keep track of it and focus on that vertical. Now, you can do this right away. This is the first selling tip of September, so you can get started on this right away. Or you can say, you know what? I think I'll ponder. I think I'll take September to figure out how I'm going to do this, and then get going in October, which is the beginning of Q4. And then as that quarter goes on, you want to be thinking about Q5. You want to be thinking what's working, what's not working. Q5, Q1 of, in this case, 2018. Can you tell it's Friday? So that's how this thing would work. One final thought. Remember, I mentioned this is the first sales tip of September. This is the most important prospecting month of the year, followed by October and November. This 90-day period is going to determine how this year ends and how next year begins. I know, I'm a broken record. I said this last week in the tip, but I really, really believe it. And if you listen to me, you'll thank me at the end of the year. So that's it. I am traveling this week, and then I'm going to be at Graph Expo, Print 17. And I've got that really cool lead generation program coming out. And yes, guess what? I wrote a book. And that's coming out soon too. As soon as I figure out, I'm going to figure out how to do that and get that off to some people to get their opinions. So there's nothing, no dull moments around here. Lots of profit pillars. I am still sticking to 4 or 5. Trust me on that. Have a great selling week, everybody. If you need me, find me here. I'll be traveling, but if you call my office, it'll direct right to my cell phone. Thanks. Have a great selling week.